What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. It is Sunday, it is Item Find Day, and we are consuming a Delicious Feast, which gives us 75% on our Item Find Experience Gold and movement speed. It's like the half Super Scroll, so let's get started with that. So today we'll be doing Gauntlet, we'll be doing World Boss, and we'll be doing Raid with the double bonus from our Sunday with the 100% Item Find. So we've got 175% item find before we go in anywhere, and then if we put on our runes if they're not already on, plus another 40, so what's that, 1 to 210, 215, something like that. Maths is not my strong suit, which I've mentioned many times before. Either way, let's get started. We may as well do Gauntlet. Now we do have 12 badges, and I've been doing 5s forever, and someone recently in the comments said that doing 4s is more efficient. So 5 gets you 5 times points, 3 times loot, and the experience, item find experience and gold find is 200, 400, 400. If we go down to 4, we can see that it's a bit less, 4 times points, 2 times loot. The gold find and experience are down 100%, but the item find is the same. So the argument, theory, whatever it is that if I do 2 times 5, I'll have 2 left, and then I have to wait for 3 more to do another 5. Or I can do 3 times 4. Equaling 12. I can do that maths, that's fine. Doing 3 times 4 gets me 3 rounds worth of item find, whereas doing 2 times 5 only gets me 2 times worth item find. Hopefully this is making sense. Maybe it's not. Either way, what we'll do for this episode is we'll do 3 times 4, in which case we get 3 runs of 200% item find instead of 2 runs of 100% item find. I don't know which one's more efficient. I always did 5s. This person's saying 4. I'll give it a shot for him. And you can let me know in the comments which one you think is better, to run 3 times 4 or 2 times 5 and wait until you get more. I'm sick of talking numbers, so let's get started. Let's actually go up to like 400 because I want to see if I can do it. Because why not? Let's do it. And we've got Meaty, Walkham, and us. Here we go. So yeah, I mean, I can see the appeal of, because the item find is exactly the same. It's just you get a little bit less loot and you get a little less experience and gold find and all that sort of stuff. Not too worried about that. The loot, the item find is the thing I'm particularly concerned about. So if you get 3 runs worth of the same item find as you get for 2 runs, that makes more sense. However, doing 5 badges instead of 4, you do get more loot at the end. So it's the whole thing of getting more loot for the same item find, or doing an extra run with the same item find. Which one works out? I don't know. Like I said, you guys let me know what you do as well. If you do 5s or 4s or 3s or 2s or 1s, or god, doing 1s you'd be there for days. But let me know what you guys do and which one you prefer. And I don't know. I'm used to doing 5s, 5 plaques, badges, whatever you want to call them, and tickets and all that sort of stuff. But the fact that we do have, oh shit, we're at the boss and Meaty is getting chunked. Maybe we'll just manual this for a little bit, and actually, he can die. We can revive him, so that's fine. If he might not even die, actually. You know what? Let's just give him a little boost because these are basically free. They cost nothing. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that topic. We will do 4s for this video. Then we'll jump into some World Boss, and then we'll do some raids. Well, or vice versa, it doesn't really matter. 400 was pretty doable, I guess. Apart from the boss, who hurt a little bit. I guess it all depends on who the boss is as well. If we get the healer boss, we're easy mode. If we get the Astaroth boss, we might not be easy mode, might get wiped or hurt, or at least killed and rezzed and all that sort of stuff. We shall see. But I've been doing 325 for ages, and I just wanted to step it up. Then I went to 350 and that was still doable as of yesterday. So I thought, why not do 400? I mean, it's definitely doable, and if I did manual, it would be cakewalk. But we're not about manual on this channel. We're not about manual at all. However, I did go back when I started making Bit Heroes videos, and I was doing the 10-part beginner series and tips and tricks and all that sort of stuff. I did mention that if you're trying to push above your weight in Trials or Gauntlet, actually more Gauntlet than Trials, that you can go to like about here, about 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, wave 8 out of 10, and then you can just start using your like free auto attack effectively to build up SP. Just like this, just keep pressing 1. Eventually, the things will die, right? And you've built up a shitload of SP, so that way when you get out into the the final boss tier, gauntlet thing, wave, that's the word, you've got all this SP that you can use to burn on healing or, you know, target enemies or whatnot. So if you are struggling and you want to push a little bit higher to get to the next tier or whatever it may be, that's definitely a viable strategy that you can do. But we're just going to auto because auto for life. And there's so many procs going on and it's super loud in my headphones. And someone did mention last week that the audio is a bit loud, that like the battle noises are a bit loud. I have turned them down since and it still seems loud. So if it is, all that dinging is mind-numbingly loud in your ear holes, let me know. And I can turn it down a little bit more. But if we have a look, I think it's on like 4. It's at 4 out of 100. So, you know, if I turn it down anymore, you might not be able to hear it. I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's do this last one. 400 seems to be okay. We have been... well, the bosses of the 10th wave haven't tested us too much. But I know there are some bosses out there that do hurt. The Astaroth one particularly hurts. I think the Kaleido one hurts as well. I don't know. It's been a while since I've kind of tested my limit on Gauntlet. I usually just go the easy mode, you know, 325, 350, 300, whatever it be, just so I can press auto and, you know, not have to pay attention, basically, because, I mean, Bit Heroes is monotonous enough, right, sometimes, and when you're not getting loot and everything else, you don't particularly want to sit there and manual everything and go through everything meticulously to get to the end and not get any loot anyway, so fuck it. Go down a few difficulties and get no loot without having to worry about it. That's my technique, at least. So we'll get this done. I think maybe we'll do raids next, because I raid 6 heroic I can still do, but I was mentioning, and I've mentioned in the last few weeks, that I'm struggling with it again. Somehow when I first got to raid 6 heroic and cleared it for the first time, I could do it easily. Now I can't, and I've gone up like 800 TS since then, or more actually, probably more, like 1 to 1.2k TS, and now I'm struggling with it. It's weird. But anyway, that seems to be the case for a lot of people, that the difficulty spike of Raid 6 can just be a giant RNG thing where, oh, there we go, I didn't even realize that was the boss because I was talking. Smashed it. Alright, 400 it is from now on. Yeah, people having difficulty with Raid 6, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. I think it all depends on the boss, right, and what he hits you with, and what familiar he's got partnered with him. Either way, let's do it. Item Find Capture Rate, Heroic is good. I've slightly changed my team up as well. I do have Doggernaut in here, just because he has a butt ton of stamina, which is awesome. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the legendary redirect rune. I have the legendary redirect rune, which sucks because I'm never going to go tank. Maybe I'll go bait one day, but probably not, because it's a big change to change your build from DPS to tank accessories and all that jazz. But he is, you know, he's still fucking awesome. Look at him. Look at his gear and stuff. He kicks some ass. So I have put Doggernaut in for Rev Me Up just to try that out and see how we go. And I've put Chaos in first because he's got the Oblit set, which, you know, the teammates behind you take percentage less damage and all that good stuff. And then Eagle, who has since changed his build around. He was at about 1100, 1200 stamina as of last night. Now he's back up to 1600. So we can always, you know, swap these guys around and see what happens. And then there's me, who sucks, apparently, comparative to these guys. Anyway, we're almost at 20.8. I thought we were 20.8 last night. Let me make sure that everyone's wearing clothes and no one's like taking something off. Nope. Okay, well, who knows? Doesn't matter. Let's get started. On the raid at least. Now, I was dumb, and in my head, oh, goddamn, already. Hold the phone. There we go. First mob is this big-ass sprout dick who just chunks you. Now, the Delicious Feast that we're using is the same as the 3 cocoa that you get for free off Gramps in town, as well as the same as the broccoli that was from whatever event last time, and you know, it's the same thing. It's the half a super scroll thing. I was an idiot, and I just, in my head, I thought it was just a 75% item find scroll, because item find's like the main reason to use it. And so I put it on, and then I went and put 25% movement speed, 25% experience, and 25% gold find on as well afterwards, and then realized that, oh shit, no, it's all encompassing, so I wasted a broccoli. Long story short, which sucks. But, you know, these things happen. You know, you have those dumbass moments from time to time. And that was one of mine, which just happened before I started recording. So luckily I didn't do that on recording, even though I just told you about it. So it doesn't really make a difference. Someone just zoomed past at the speed of sound. Speed of sound, if you heard that in the background. I'm not sure if you did. But some hoon just sped past my house at a lot faster than he should be going. Alright. So, I have decided on my character build thing, items, gear, whatever, for tier 9. So, originally, we were going to go for the set pieces from this raid, as it is a DPS set. My dog is now barking her head off. If you can hear that as well, I apologize. Either way, I was going to go for the set from this raid, because it is a DPS set, and, you know, sets are good and all that stuff. This whole time, I've never got one set piece, and I'm like, well, that's still the plan, because it's better than legendaries, and, you know, we'll just wait until we get a set to upgrade it, and da-da-da-da-da. And it just still hasn't happened. Then I got the Mythic Helm, which gives you, from this raid, that gives you the 4% empower chance. And then I'm like, well, I'm not going to use that because I want to get the 4 out of 4 set. So that's just a cool, like, cosmetic, effectively, and it's just going to sit in my bag. And then when the expedition, most recent expedition came out, there was that bow that gave 1% empower, 1% dual strike, and 1.5% redirect, I think it was, or something like that. No, not redirect. Whatever it was. Doesn't matter. That's not the important stat that I was after. Okay, let's just swap these guys around for a sec. And so I'm like, okay, if I can get that bow, then between the bow and that helmet, I'm going to get 5% in power and, you know, get up to not basically 10% in power chance and 30% dual strike. And we went through this in the previous weeks. Turns out I didn't get the bow, so that sucked. And then because I haven't got any of the sets yet, I've kind of just given up on the sets as well. So I've decided, screw it. For tier 9, I'm just having really bad luck with gear. I'm not even really getting that many legendaries and stuff. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to wear that, and currently, if we just stop quickly, going to wear that helmet because it's 4% in power chance. I did have a fully upgraded helmet. Oh, I've got a staff here I can get rid of. Didn't realize that. Anyway, it is 4% in power chance I didn't have before, so that's great. I did have a fully upgraded tier 9 legendary helmet, which I have replaced this with, so it was a bit of a waste of beanstalks. In the case, like, I could have just fully upgraded another piece of gear, but the 4 in power chance, I don't know, whatever. I fully upgraded my my chest piece, or my body piece, whatever. That was 3 out of 4 upgrades, and I didn't want to upgrade it anymore in case I got the sets, and we're just going to use that instead. So what I've decided is I'm just going to go for legendaries from here out, because the sets just aren't dropping. Now I know that I've decided that I'll get sets, and that whole plan will go out the window. But at the moment, I've got these 3 other set from last year that are still active, and then I've got Comet Fell, which is the 1% quad strike. So this will be the first thing to replace. I've already got this sword here waiting, so as soon as I get enough beanstalks, I can replace Comet Fell with that. And then that means I'll still have this 3 set piece active I guess, and then I'll slowly start replacing these one by one with legendaries. And that's the plan, I think. I'm just going to go for legendaries and that mythic helm because I'm just getting no drops whatsoever. And I'm sick of holding on to beanstalks and stuff for gear that's just not coming. So I may as well just spend it on legendaries and get some TS out of it and, you know, be helpful for my, not only my own raid team, but for you guys out there that, especially the lower level guys, if I can up my TS by, you know, 300 or 400 or something, that's going to help you guys out tremendously as well. So at the moment, I've just been holding off and haven't really been gaining any TS at all for the last probably, I don't know, 6 weeks, 2 months maybe? I don't even know. But now I've made a decision that I'm just going to go for legendaries and screw it. But as I mentioned, now it's going to be the time when these sets drop because I've made up my mind what I want to do and I've started doing it, and now the sets are going to drop, which means that all of the beanstalks that I've used are now going to be wasted as well, because that's a dick move, and that's totally what the game will do to us, because the game is a giant dick. Okay, so when this guy gets 50% HP, Eagle's dead, Chaos is dead, Juggernaut will probably survive. Oh, no, just Eagle died. That's such a brutal move, man. I hate it. I hate it so much. Let's give you a heal. Probably didn't need to give you a full heal, but we'll do it anyways. And now we should be fine. Right, we still got all tanks alive. He's at half HP. We should be alright. Juggernaut's getting a bit chunked, but it should be okay. So this raid 6 actually went fairly well. Chaos is about to die, so let's swap you around and give you one of these bad boys. But we got it done, right? But this is what I have to do, which is fine. I mean, the fact that I can do heroic is good, right? Because there's a fair hefty portion, probably the majority, maybe, of the player base that can't do it. So in that case, in that sense, I'm quite lucky that I can do it. But as we just mentioned, I'm not getting the loot from it that is worthwhile. But either way, the fact that I have a full team of level 400 players in full tier 9 gear, and I still can't just set auto, forget, run away, and come back and have all the loot waiting for me, kind of is a testament to how tough Raid 6 Heroic actually is. So it's definitely the toughest raid of the last... Well, it's the toughest raid, full stop. For me at least. I don't know. If you guys think there was a tougher raid out there, let me know. But this far into tier 9, like, it's not like tier 9 just came out yesterday. It's been a while. And the fact that these guys are all fully geared and they've got their full sets and stuff, and it's still this hard, is, yeah, it's brutal. Normally by this stage you just, like, last tier 8, raid 5, you would just be auto, set and forget, and you'd be done. But not the case with this bad boy. Either way, let's do one more. We will go over 20 minutes, which is the usual kind of time frame I go for, but that's fine. You know, Sunday Item Fund's pretty good, and we want to see if we can get some form of loot. Maybe we'll only do like 1 or 2 or 3 world bosses, so we might push this to like the 25-minute mark. But a lot of you out there do like the longer videos. That 1 hour video that I put up recently got a fair bit of traction, and you guys, well, not all of you I'm sure, but quite a lot of you out there liked the longer style videos, so maybe I'll make the 20-minute guideline that I normally go for a bit longer. Maybe I'll go for like the 25-minute to half an hour. I don't know. If you, yeah, let me know actually. That's a good question to ask. If you prefer around the half an hour time frame instead of 20 minutes, yeah, let me know in the comments. But anywhere between 20 and half an hour, I think, is a good kind of time for just an average episode, unless we're doing something special. So yeah, we'll see what we get out of this raid, and then we'll do maybe like just a handful of world bosses. Now, I did mention in the last video that for world bosses, I have gone to the Netherworld, and I've finished with Orlag. I have all of the Hobbit feet that I need. I think I've got 23 or something, and I only need 20. So I don't intend on really stabling any of my other Orlag fusions, so it would be the other Orlag fusions I have is Meaty and Yorlag. I do have all what is it? Yorlag, Torlag, and I don't know, whatever. I have all 3 of them, but I only have the 1 made. So yeah, I don't intend on stabling Meaty or Yorlag just because they're so expensive to make, so many Hobbit feet to get, and I just can't be bothered. And you know, to get, so I think like Yorlag might be, I think you need like 25 Hobbit feet, and then you need a Velk and 2 of those other dudes, and they're 10 Hobbit feet each. So you need like 55 or 60 Hobbit feet or something around there to make one of him. And to make that and stable it, it's only going to give him an extra like 60 TS or something. So it's so not worth it for a free-to-play player, at least. It's just a lot of time. It's like stabling Fatty, right? You make him once, you get 5 Yetis, which takes apparently like months, and it's great. And then stabling him only boost him by like a wee little B-dick amount. So going through the hassle of getting another 5 Yetis for that, it's just not worth it. So the initial, sometimes just like making it familiar once and having it just as it is enough, right? And that's what I'm doing. So anyway, Orlag boss is done for the moment, unless something new comes out in the next tier or whatever. So now I'm going to start on the Netherworld. I don't particularly have a Netherworld like fusion or anything that I'm looking for. In fact, I don't even think I have many or any of them, because I've just been doing Orlag boss since World Boss came out. But it's mainly just I don't need Hobbit feet anymore, so I may as well do the Netherworld to get their schematics, I guess, and all the different loot for cosmetics and stuff. You know, may as well do something different. So that's what we'll do. Plus, it's pretty handy in the fact that it's only 3 people instead of Orlag is 5 people. So you just, I don't know, it's quicker to fill up rooms and all that sort of stuff. I mean, both Orlag and Netherworld, I only need myself and someone else. Doesn't really even matter the TS, just need 2 people. So in that sense, it doesn't really change much. So 2 people in Netherworld, 2 people in Orlag doesn't really matter. But it's just a change of scenery, so why not? And yeah, like the sets and mythics and all that from the world bosses, like you need to do heroic, and we're not anywhere close to being able to do that. So again, we're just focusing on legendaries. Maybe we'll get lucky, right? Probably not. In fact, almost definitely not. But maybe we'll just get flooded with legendaries, and we'll have more beanstalks than we know what to do with. And we can upgrade all of the legendaries and be decked out in full legendaries with that 1 mythic helmet, and we'll just have all the TS that we need, and we'll be up near like 4k TS, and we'll be great. And then all of a sudden we'll get all the set drops and stuff, and we'll have all the beanstalks in the bank waiting for it, and we can just like completely change our build, and it'll be great. All right, best case scenario. That's a complete optimist view. I am 110% a pessimist in real life. I am not that guy that is always like, oh, maybe. Nah. We'll get dicked, and there's no way that'll happen. But you never know. Maybe it'll happen, but it won't. Either way, see, this time, right? I didn't need to pause. I didn't need to use potions. Oh, speak of the devil. I didn't need to do anything, and we cleared it without any worries whatsoever. Didn't get shit, of course. So, like, sometimes it's fine, and sometimes it kicks your ass. It's super weird. Just to make this go faster, although it probably would have been finished without actually using this. So that probably made it go slower. Yeah, sometimes the raid 6 is like doable, and other times it's like a pain in the ass. And I still do occasionally, very occasionally, but still do occasionally get wiped as well, and don't get to finish the boss, and that kind of sucks. But yeah, on trash mobs you can see there, unless they're like the big trash mob, yeah, end up healing off them. So it's really only the boss, and if one of those big trash mobs is like one of the first couple of mobs, that hurts. Alright, we're at 25 minutes, let's do a few world bosses. Apparently I'm still on Orlag on PC, so let's change that over to Netherworld. Let's join this guy, and let's do it. We don't need 3 people. Go. It's fine. We can do it. Good. So I don't even know what the loot table is for this. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Auto up. Attaboy. I don't know what the loot table is for Netherworld as far as cosmetics and stuff go. So I think it might... Actually, no. I have no idea. I'm not going to speculate. But I'm sure we'll get... Oh. Handy. Fine. Not handy. I'm sure we'll get a legendary, you know, from here eventually. And we can, you know, change up our look and stuff. Okay, maybe World Boss was about... there we go. I was going to say it was a bad idea. No one wants to join us, but... We just had to have patience. I don't know why this dude won't put auto on. Like, we're fine. Okay. Let's do maybe like 1 or 2 more. If they're quick at least. No? Maybe not? Okay, we'll give it 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. Alright, well, we'll leave it here. But before we go, let's have a quick look at the news. Now, I did make a announcement in my Discord. If you're not in the Discord and you're looking for tips, tricks, help, friend slots, all that sort of stuff for Bit Heroes, or just in general, just a cool place to hang out with like-minded people, then you can find the link in the description below and join. And yeah, there's a heap of people in there, Bit Heroes and not, talking about all sorts of stuff. But yeah, if you're new to the game or you're low level and looking for friend slots and advice and stuff, it's a good place to start. But I did mention that this week's PvP is common familiars, just your normal green familiars are 100% stronger. So by the time you see this video, you probably already figured that out. But just in case you haven't, use just common familiars for PvP this week. So I'm using these guys as my team, and I've only lost 1 battle so far. So yeah, these guys work pretty good. They are fusions as well. So this guy has 15% block, and then this guy has 7.5% dual strike, and dual strike is my favorite slot stat, so that's why I made him. And he has damage all ability enemies too, so why not. And the other thing to note before we finish is that we have GVG in 1 day 18 hours. So by the time this comes out, it'll be like 18 hours or something. I don't know, it'll be soon. So maybe I'll do a video on GVG. Maybe not. I don't know. If you want to see some GVG content, let me know. It's pretty self-explanatory and stuff. But if you would like to see that, I can definitely buy some badges and do like a little 15-minute, 10-minute GVG video. But if you want that, let me know. Otherwise, I probably won't do it. Either way, that is it for Sunday Item Find. No loot, but we had a great time. It's a great time. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.